Debt is a horrendous word, isn't it, sometimes? Particularly if it's that sort of debt you don't want. Because there are debts that are good, actually. Because people go into debt in order to finance a project that they're going to be making money from. So they might be paying, say, $200 or $300 a month on a debt, and they might be making $400 or $500 out of the project. So it's a good debt, isn't it? But what about if you've borrowed money just to live off, and you've got that debt? Or you've borrowed money to spend, and you've got that debt? That's basically called a consumer debt, isn't it? Or another word for it is a bad debt. Because it's one of those debts that isn't actually producing you any money. Now, the world has really taken on bad debt big time, hasn't it, in the last couple of decades? And you might have got caught in that trap. I know I have done in the past. And so, how do we address bad debt now? How do you address it if you have bad debt, if you have consumer debt, things that you're paying for now that you've already had, money you've had and used, and a lot of it's interest, of course, isn't it, or charges, you know, when you don't pay on time and you're a few days late, and they charge you. You know, they've really got you in a little vice, haven't they? They just turn the screws a little bit more, you know. How do you get out of it all? Well, debt is something that we tend to view as something that we have, and we really have to pay it. And they say, oh, we want this much, and we say, all right, I'd better give you that much then. But you know, that is not the reality of it. The reality of it is in the world that huge corporations lend huge amounts of money to huge organisations, even countries, and write off eventually huge amounts of debt because people can't pay it. And that's been the case with the third world countries, and money having been lent to them in the past. It's also the case with individuals. So little old me and little old you might think, whoa, I'm under a lot of stress here, I've got to pay this debt. Oh, whoa, I borrowed that money, I've got to pay it. And come hell or high water, I'm going to pay that debt because I owe it. And I shall go without to pay that debt because I owe it. But you know that is not the reality of the world that we live in. It is if you want it, but you don't have to go that way. There are ways of working debt where you pay no more interest and just small amounts. Just small amounts. Things that you can accommodate. And you say to yourself, no, I don't want any more of that bad debt. If I'm going to go into debt at all, it'll be because I'm making money, not that I'm throwing it away. And so gradually we're learning our lesson. We had lots of things happening last year to do with banks just closing down on lending money because they realised that it can't go on like this. The whole thing with Northern Rock and the bank in America, I forget the name. Northern Rock's the UK company. But everybody suddenly realised that we can't just lend money willy-nilly. It actually needs to be paid back at some point. So it might have given you a new perspective on debt, I hope, if you're struggling with debts. I've struggled with debts. I don't struggle with them anymore. I've still got them. I pay a very small amount, no interest. It's great because I get on with my life. And as I get on with my life, I make more money. And I can address the debts as I make more money. But I'm not under that struggle. I'm not under that debt. It's not a heavy burden on me. It might sound a big debt to you. It's $100 grand actually. US money, but it's not a heavy burden anymore. Do you understand the difference? It isn't like they've got you in a vice, which you might be experiencing if you're new to debt situations. Anyway, I hope this has helped a little if that is your situation at the moment. My name's Steve Slim, by the way. You'll see my website here now. Okay, thanks for listening. Whatever your situation, I really hope you work through it successfully very soon, and you have a great day. Speak again soon. Bye for now.